Hey everyone, I'm back with a sales update video. This is for June. A little bit less sales this month. I do have my vacation that I take, and I miss about 7 or 8 days of list of sales. I don't usually leave my store on in vacation mode where people can still buy, but I should say it is in vacation, but I don't leave it on where people can buy and I'll ship it later. I just like to take a break and kind of check out, and then the Friday before I come back home, I turned the store back on and got some sales. So a little bit less, but we still got $3,300 in sales, which was really good for missing basically a week. And my goal is usually about 3,000. Probably should up that now that I've really been hitting it pretty steadily, but really happy with it. If you look at the bottom here, you'll see a $170 sale, 130. We had a 130, 117, 103. That's really what's helping keep. There's two 90s there. This month up, because missing a whole week is a lot. If I'm averaging $100 a day, that's 700 bucks right there I've lost. But when you're getting that many $100 sales, it really helps. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I gotta make it quick, so I'm headed to church pretty soon. First off, a 20 questions by Radica, $24.99. This one's sealed. Paid $2 or $3 at a garage sale. I always pick these up even if they're not sealed. Sealed ones are usually 20 to 30 bucks. Ones that are not sealed but work are usually about 8 bucks. So if I can get it for $1 or less and it works and I can test it while I'm there, I'll sell it for 8 because I'll make an easy 3 bucks on it. But obviously the new ones are definitely worth picking up. PS3, this one I got for 10 bucks from my friend. The HDMI port appeared to be broken. I could get it to work on the AV cables that are the red, white, and yellow one there, but I could not get it to work on the HDMI. I know these PS3s sometimes get locked to one of the outputs, but even when I did the method to unlock it so it would work with HDMI, it still wouldn't work. So I sold it for 75, still a good deal. I only paid 10. He gives me really good deals on stuff, so that was pretty cool. Old listing, not even the best picture, but it's a polo. I just like it with the white collar. I picked it up for a couple bucks at a Salvation Army. I sold it for $16.19. Usually I'm paying $4 for my shirts, maybe 5 at most these days. Sometimes 3 if I get lucky. And then if I can sell them for at least 16 and they're going to ship first class, that's kind of like the lowest I want to go. Usually I want them to be quick sales if they're going to be a $16, but if they're at 16 bucks, you're paying 4 or 5, and we ship first class, you can still make about 5 bucks. So here's a really good sale. I didn't crop the picture well enough, but I bought a bunch of Mercedes, old Mercedes, like 80s, 70s, and 80s, service manuals and electronic manuals. I paid 40 bucks for everything. Thought there was a little more than what I was getting when I got there, but I still gave the lady the money. This was the best one of all. This one sold for 117. So really, I made enough money on this for it to be worth it. And actually went global shipping too, but got 117 on that. So I don't think I've actually sold any other ones yet, but I got a couple of months that have a lot of watchers, so hopefully they'll go. This is a cool Vera Bradley backpack. It was 10 bucks. Whoop. Sorry, guys. That was not good. 10 bucks. I just happened to look in the backpack bin and at the Goodwill and saw this there. It was from the boutique section. Someone brought it down and put it in the backpack bin. It was super nice. It had like a black quilted pattern. There was a little bit of a mark like up by the zipper, a couple little dots. I didn't try to treat them or anything, but I sold it for a best offer of $45. So that was pretty good. You can't really beat $10 into 45. It's shipped, I think, first class still, so that was pretty cool. Charles Woodson jersey. This one took a best offer of 35. It's a good Raiders jersey, Charles Woodson to get. It usually sells pretty well. I had my phone. Hopefully that's a sale. It is 45 bucks. Cool. This is paid 10 bucks for this from my jersey guy. I had to pay up a little bit. Now he gives me these ones that are not stitched for 5 bucks, so I can get them a lower price. But I paid 10, sold it for 35. It shipped first class. Mario Kart Wii, this game always sells. Used to go for like 25, now it's down to about 20. But I paid a couple bucks for this, sold it for 20. Pokemon Gold and Silver Strategy Guide, I think I paid $1 or $2 for this at a garage sale, sold it for $11.69. This is a Bible here. Sold this for $22.49. Came out. I think the last video had a bunch of Bibles I sold. This one came out of that same group, and I paid $10 for all of them. So that was cool. This was a huge sale. Foreclosure investing. Honestly, I took an offer too early. I paid $15 for this. It's a huge box. I think it weighed like 20 pounds or something like that. It looked like it was all there. I should have probably waited and I could have got 220 to 250. I had a guy message me and give me a sob story and he offered me 170. I had paid 15, so I took it. Honestly, it sold within a couple of days of listing, but I really should have held out for 200 at least because it was worth that much. But the guy gave me good feedback. It cost like 25 or 30 to ship it, so I still probably made $100 out the door. So that's pretty cool. But look out for foreclosure investing. I saw another eBayer or YouTuber actually pick this up. I think it was, what's that guy's name? The one from Arizona. I forgot his name, but he sold this too. So that was pretty cool. SpongeBob game. Bought this in a lot of games. I think for $30 or $20 with a GameCube. Sold this one for 10. Here is a Rampage game. Same lot that I bought the other one in. Sold that for 14. This I paid $2 for. I actually bought two of them. One was opened, so I'll say I paid $4 because the other one I ended up donating because it was not worth anything. It's like a cooling military blanket. There's not much on there on eBay. The guy said it. My friend said it was worth like 40 or $50. I was looking and saw like maybe 30, but I kind of always just bundle stuff up with him, and I try to buy some stuff if there's even a little bit of money to make, while I'm getting other stuff that's a lot of money to make, and I want to make sure he knows I'm good to buy stuff. So we'll say I paid 4 and I sold it for 22. It did ship first class, I believe. It was pretty light, so that still worked out. HP Inc. always good. Sold this for $34.19. I have no idea what I paid, probably 5 or something like that. Some misread books. These are, my library does book sales every Saturday. They put a bunch of books out there. Every once in a while they'll have a box with books by the same author or part of a series, and I usually look for those because they'll have it $10 or $5 for the whole box. This one was $5 for the whole box, and I sold it for $58.49. So super good deal. All paperback books by that lady. Animorphs, I paid $5 for these, and I sold them for $16.19. This was not a great sale. They've been up for a long time. If you had a bigger lot of them, you could do a little better. But $16.19 is not that great. I think it probably shipped for about $4, $5. So we made a little bit of money, but nothing to write home about. Old champion Seattle Seahawks, faded numbers Joey Galloway jersey. This one sold for $13. I had paid $1 or $2 for it. Couldn't pass it up. I love the old school Seahawks jersey. It was champion, so made some money there, but definitely was a beat up jersey. Motley Crue, paid $2 for this. It's a tour shirt, final tour. I took a best offer of 15, so that was awesome. It didn't have a size tag. Usually I just measure, and then I can get an idea based on the armpit and the shoulders what the size is. So didn't get any issue with it, so that's good. Some Nike Ignite irons. These ones came out of a golf bag for $10. I sold a bunch of clubs out of there so far, but the iron sold for $129.99, so that was pretty cool. Here's something to look out for. This is an Animal Alley huge plush dog. These ones do pretty well. This was my wife's. She had it, and when her and I got married and we moved in together, she brought this dog. And she said, "Oh, you should try to sell it. It's worth something." And I had it. And we've been married now for 2.5 years almost. So it's just been sitting in the garage. And I was like, I gotta sell this thing. So one day I brought it in, listed it, sold it for $90 on a best offer, which was awesome. Honestly, someone later messaged me and told me he would have paid $115. He would have paid $150 for it. This specific one wasn't up there, but I guess they're really collectible. The problem was the guy that bought it from me was kind of a real jerk. Yeah, the tracking had stopped for like 2 days, and it was a parcel select, and it had stopped for 2 days, and he messaged me and said he wanted his money back or the item by the next day. It was going to be late. I ended up contacting the post office while on vacation through their little track a package app, or not app, like little function, and they did find it, and it started to move, and he got it. Then he still sent a return request in, like the day before it got there, he made a return request and wanted his money back because the item was late. And then it just so happened that that day the item arrived, and I posted in the tracking that it was delivered, and then eBay closed it out in my favor. They did say that it arrived 1 day late, but they said that he didn't get awarded anything. So, real jerky guy, but it still worked out. An Island Collection Hawaiian shirt. This was a 3XL. The only reason I bought it was a 3XL, but it wasn't worth it. I think I paid $5, sold it for 16. Old listing, not a great picture. Wouldn't buy that brand again. Polaroid here, 2191. The strap is broken. This is a one-step autofocus. This is kind of a little bit of a newer one. Kind of looks like the Express ones. I paid $4 or $5. I thought Retrospect would buy these ones for the full price, like at $25, $30, but they don't. I kept lowering it. Then it was at $21.99, and they told me they'd pay $17 with the broken strap. I just took it, ran with it, got rid of it. Probably made a couple bucks, but for the future, I know they're looking at like 22 for ones with a good strap like this, maybe 21, and then if it's broken, even less than that. So you can still make money off it if you can get it for $2 or $3 because you can ship them in a padded flat rate, but don't want to pay too much for those ones. Game Boy Advance case. This came in I bought a bunch of stuff, and I bought 2 of these cases. This one sold for $10, so that was pretty cool. Shipped first class. It was a tiny little thing, like this big. It's for a Game Boy Advance SP. Lakers jersey. 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm back. Lakers jersey. This one $5 from my jersey friend. This one sold for $20 on a best offer. Ships first class. Kobe is like the best youth jersey to buy. His always sell. All the kids are buying Kobe jerseys. So that was $20 there. This Kobe one also was a medium youth one, and this one sold for best offer of $18. So again, that was also a $5 one. It was on sale, but I took a best offer, so first class. Old listing. This is kind of one where it's education to me. First of all, you can tell my old pictures suck. You can say it. I'm not going to be offended because they do. It's all I had at the time was this table, and I thought it was fine, and then I just slowly morphed into a more advanced setup. And if you're still doing something like this, it's okay. We'll all start somewhere, but you want to work towards getting a nice backdrop or a white, a little photo box or something to do it. I paid $15 for these. They were brand new with tag. When they came out, this brand was, when I bought them, they were pretty good. They were brand new. I had them listed at like $80, and someone offered me, I think, 50 or 45 for them, I think, or 50 something. I of course countered. They didn't counter back. They offered the same price. And me being my good self, I thought I could make more money, so I didn't take it. And then here we are a year later, still haven't sold. And I finally sold on my best offer for $22. I probably, honestly, and I may have paid it like $12, maybe it wasn't 15, but I either broke even or I lost a couple bucks on this. It was still worth selling to get most of my initial money back, but this was kind of a lost one, and it's my own fault because I had a better offer on it than I did to take. So be careful getting too greedy. This is cool, Donald's Alphabet Chase. It's an old IBM game. It was sealed. Paid $1 for this at the salvage thrift I go to, and I ended up selling this one for full price, $35. No, not full price. Best offer, $20. What am I thinking? This was right before I went on vacation. I think the day before I left, and I only paid $1 ship first class, so $20 I figured was a good deal. And let's go on here. Banana Republic. This is while I was on vacation. Turned my eBay store back on. You're always hoping for something, and this old junky listing finally sold. It's a Banana Republic safari jacket. Pretty cool jacket. Sold to one of those airline companies or Shop America or something like that. I don't know. It sold for $31.50. I think I paid probably $10 for it, so I probably made a little bit of money. Not a ton, but yeah, pretty cool. Happy to get rid of it. Always happy when old listings get out of the store. This is a RoboCop game, $7.19. Not worth a ton, but made some money there. Ships first class. 64 console. This one sold for $54. This one, I had bought 2 64s. One of them I paid $10 for, and one of them I think I paid $15 for. This is one of them. It came with everything it needed. It worked. Sold that for $54, and it goes into medium flat rate. Super Mario Bros. Brawl. I got this with the Mario Kart Wii game as well. This one sold on sale for $17.19. Wrangler shirts. These were actually my brother-in-law's. He was getting rid of a bunch of clothes, and he gave them to me. I usually donate everything to Savers to get the coupon. And these were in there. I pulled them out because they were all the same. One of them had a little tiny mark on of the red one. Little, you could barely notice it, but I did put it in there. These sold for 45 bucks. That was awesome. Here is a Cuisinart little. This is a little tiny Cuisinart. It's like a little small one, and the bowl sold for $10.79. I think the bowl was like just this big. It was little. So that goes first class. Olympus recorder here. I paid a buck or two for this at a garage sale, and I sold it. It did work, and I sold it for $25.19, so I was happy. I've had a bad luck with a couple of these where they seem to work, and then I test them everything, and they're recording, but then the person complains and returns it. So I was happy that this one went through without issue. Led Zeppelin tour. This was 50 cents at a garage sale. It's not the 1975. It is a reprint, and it did have a dark spot kind of like stain there, but it sold for $15.29. 49ers shirt, paid a couple bucks for this. It's like a junk food made to look vintage. This one sold for $10, so that was okay. A GameCube, this came with a GameCube game that sold earlier. I think I paid 20 or 30 bucks. This one sold for $64.79. Had the manuals, power cord, AV cable, controller, and I threw a memory card in. The person got it and actually said it wasn't working at first. Something was wrong with it, and I was like, there's no way. I tested it, tested all the controller ports. I said, well, just, I think they said their daughter was trying to get it to work and it couldn't work. I said, well, try it again, let me know, and we can do a return. Never heard back from them. So either the daughter didn't know what she was doing, or maybe it did work, I don't know, but it worked out. Levi's Action Slacks, these were cool. Paid $6 for these, brand new. They're kind of older ones at a Goodwill. Listed them for $39.99. They went on sale. Took a best offer though with 30 bucks. They actually shipped first class, so that was awesome right there in a poly mailing. HO scale railroad stuff. This came with a lot of stuff I had bought. It had like train tracks in it that were sealed, little splitters and stuff. And I sold all those and made a bunch of money. This was just in there in a box. So I threw all these risers together and sold them for $16.19. They shipped first class, got good feedback. Funny thing was there were two little pieces like this one, like one like this and one like this that I forgot to put in here. I found them later and the guy still gave me good feedback. So I didn't ship him out. Hopefully he's not mad, but he was happy with what he got. Here's the other 64. This one also sold for $54. That was on sale. This one, the guy told me it didn't work. He got it, and I knew it worked. I tested it. I test them all before they go out. He said the power cord wasn't working. He couldn't get power. Now, maybe something happened in shipment. I highly doubt it. He wanted a return, but he was at an APO, so he's like a military guy, and it wouldn't let me create a label for him. So I said, well, is there another address, or can you verify this is right, because it's not working. Didn't hear from him for about 7 days. I was going to call eBay and ask him to close it out if he didn't respond. And all of a sudden he messages me and says, oh, I got it working, everything's good, and he closed it out himself. So avoided a return there, so that was cool. Winnie the Pooh World Cup. I should have left this at a higher price. I lowered it down and it shipped for like $8 and I paid like $2 for it, so I probably made $1 maybe. Wasn't worth it. But it's a pretty cute little Winnie the Pooh guy, but yeah, I should have left it at a higher price and just waited. That's an old listing. These are cool. Remember the name Matthew C. These ones, so I paid $20 for these. These are manipulative little counting blocks, kind of like a base 10 type set. I paid $20 on OfferUp. I sold them for full price $90, which was awesome. I think they shipped for about $20. So we probably walked away with $30 out of there, 30 something. But look out for their little programs. They have like little books and DVDs and stuff. You can make money. It's called Matthew C. So keep an eye out for those. Bought a bunch of Disney Infinity and Skylander stuff for $40 before I went on vacation. This was the first listing that sold. I sold it for $25. Got offered me $2 less than what I had it for, so that was pretty cool. Definitely going to accept that offer. I shipped them in a regional A for about $10, so I probably made, when it's all said, maybe I made $10 on this lot, and that goes towards my 40. I have a ton of Skylander stuff, and I've already sold a couple other pieces from there, so that's pretty cool. Bread maker pan for $19.79. like I've said before, I part these out, but I ship these first class, wrap them in bubble wrap, put them in a poly mailer. I've never had an issue to date. So that's the cheapest way. If you're shipping them with like in a 2-pound rate in a box or something, you are going to lose on these. You got to really go first class. Korean children's books. I bought, all right, for free, I got 3 boxes of Korean children's books. The lady said they were Korean. I wouldn't have known otherwise, but I bought 3 boxes. There ended up being about 5 sets that I separated out by the type of book they were. I sold these ones for $76.49. They shipped media mail. I have 4 other sets left that haven't sold, but they were free. So I didn't know what the series was or the title. I probably could have done some research or took a photo of it and have Google try to translate it, but I'm happy there. Sony Walkman Sports. This one was a bust. Sold this for $25.19. I paid $5 for it. I tested it that the FM worked. I did not test AM. The guy said the AM function didn't work and he wanted a return. He did send me back the one that I had, so I can't say it was right. So that must have been an error on my part. So now I'm in the hole. The shipping on there, so it's like a $10 loss. So kind of a bummer. These Walkman Sports do sell, but you got to be really careful with your testing. Breadman Plus, not the best picture, kind of an older one, but sold that for $16.19. That's the paddle. This was cool. HP adapter. I didn't pay anything for this. I actually got it in a lot of stuff when I paid like 15 bucks or 20 bucks for a box of stuff, and in there was like a little HP printer, and that was not worth anything. But I found this power cord in there, so I listed it, and it sold for $9.89. So that was cool. This was awesome. A Shark rugby jersey. I paid 5 or 6 bucks for this at a Salvation Army, and I took a best offer. $55. So super happy with that. It was a 3XL. It's a nice, cool rugby jersey. Had a little bit of where the person definitely worn it, but it was pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Rugby stuff usually does pretty well. A Cuisinart DLC7 lid. Took me forever to find this one when it sold. I had it in a box that it shouldn't have been in, but I finally found it. That sold for $35. It ships usually out at the 2-pound rate. Sorry, that's my dog over there. High Seas Trading, Dana Point shirt. I like the High Seas Trading ones as long as they have good themes. This one, I took a best offer of $35. I think I paid $7 for it. So the guy said he really wanted it. It's from California, and that was awesome. The Polo jeans, not the Polo Jean Company, but the Ralph Lauren Polo jeans with Ralph Lauren. These ones always sell for me in the men's size, 38 and up. This one I think I paid $7 for and sold them for $29.69. Here we are with some Walt Disney Vans here. I think these ones sold for $29 on a best offer. They had some staining on the white. I couldn't get off. It actually like yellowed. I paid $5 though, so but for $29, I'm not going to complain about that. That's a pretty good deal. They ship in a padded flat rate. M4 battery charger. This one I couldn't find as well. It was in a spot it shouldn't have been too. The same box actually as the other one, but this one sold for $25.19. It goes in a padded flat rate. Another paddle for a bread maker for $11.69. Back to the Future game. This sold for $80. I paid 10 or 15 for this, I think. I don't remember. It was sealed. It's a movie poster puzzle, and I got a best offer of 80, and that thing flew out the door. Happy about that. These are some kind of a bolo. It's called an Instajack. While I was on vacation, went to a thrift store, found these Instajacks. Even if they're not brand new, they still sell. This one was obviously sealed. I had paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $58. So that was super cool. Instajacks by GE. This also on vacation, paid $5. It's the Day the Universe Changed DVD set. It was used, brand new. It goes for over $100. Used, this one went on a best offer of $60. So got rid of that. That was cool. Nintendo Wii U, paid $10. It was broken. I thought I could get more like $39 for it, or $35 maybe. It ended up keep dropping it down in price, and then sold for $28.79. Shipped for $10. So we're probably honestly only making a couple bucks on that. Not the greatest buy. Armani tie there, sold for $13.49. Not a great picture. Old listing. Happy to get rid of it. I think I paid $1. Pac-Man GameCube game. That came with the GameCube lot. Sold that for $10.79. This is a Bolo 2, the Scrubbing Bubbles Automatic Shower Cleaner. I paid like $2 or $3 for this, and oh no, 150 for this. It was $3, but I paid got half off, 150. Sold that on a best offer for 90. That sold within a couple of days, so that was super cool. A DonJoy lid. This goes to the little cold therapy machines. I had bought one a while back that didn't work, and I parted everything out. This one just was a lid. There's a crease here, and there's actually some sticky stuff here. I cleaned it off, but it was still sticky. I listed it, and I thought I'd be able to get the residue off, but then I finally sold it, and I forgot to get it off. And so what I did before I shipped it was I took some tape, some packing tape, and just put tape over the sticky part. So that way it wouldn't be sticky and you could still see and it was clear. So that's kind of chintzy, but I probably should have done it in the beginning. That way they don't feel any sticky stuff and they can still see and everything. So it worked out. Maybe a kind of a little ghetto way to do it or something, but I don't know. It sold for 18 bucks. It's shipped first class, so that's pretty cool. This was also a bust. One of the few busts this month. This one was a $90 Ford radio. I think I paid $5 or $6. I don't really have a way to test them. I just say they appear functional. The buttons seem. Guy got it and said that the CD player doesn't work. I just refunded the money. It's not worth sending it back. I'm in the hole like 15 bucks now on this one. So I think it was 10 or something to ship it, maybe 12. I'm gonna see if there's a way to test them out. If there's a what I would need, some kind of battery to hook up to it. Because I think if I could test them and prove that they work, that'd be pretty cool, and it could save me a little bit of possible returns. You do take a chance when you buy them, but I've also made really good money on these radios. And if this did work, that would have been like a $60 profit right there. So, Cuisinart bowl, 35 bucks there. Pretty cool. Thomas Reference Bible. This one sold for 25 on a best offer. These Thompson ones do well, the leather ones. I usually list them a little high and put best offer and try to take 20, 25, 30. Just depends on what kind of day I'm having. So I usually list them a little higher though and hope to get a good offer. Some jeans here. These kind of look like, to me, hip-hop type jeans. I paid $8 for these and I sold them full price 36. They're a good brand to look out for. MFGs or Francois Gerbeau or whatever, however you pronounce it. Those ones are pretty cool. So look out for the brand. You can do pretty well on those. These were some, I bought them while on vacation. These are Topo Designs. The shorts, they're size 31. They are brand new. They all have the tag. They actually were bought, and the area I go to is a really big camping, hiking, and like skiing area. So they came from a store there, like an outdoor store. So they seem to be legit. I sold 2 of them. I sold 3 of them. 2 of them went through. This one sold for $52. And then I sold another one for $50, and that one got returned. And then I sold, I think, one for $48. The 48 and 52 were fine. They went through. Never heard back. The $50 one, which I think is actually next month's video, guy said they were fake. I'm guessing he tried them on. They didn't fit, because there's a bunch of other ones that just like this on eBay. And he says that, well, there's no such thing as a climb short. And I just put climb, like as in, I should have put climbing, but like I didn't meant that it was a type of short called the climb short. I put like it was for climbing. So I probably should have taken this out and put it over here next to camping, hiking, climbing. So he questioned it. We did a return. I got them back. They're fine. I'll relist them. I had 4 in total. So I have 2 because I got the return, but I paid 15 each. So these were still pretty good deals. You know, a teeny bikini cake pan, everybody's got one of these lying around, and if you don't, you always want one. So I paid $3 for this, and it was used, but it had the insert. Sold that for $19.79. These Patat little saddles here do really well. They usually ship first class. They just barely make the cut. I paid $1 or $2 at a thrift store, and I sold it for $13.49. These go on the big horses. Tommy Hilfiger button, just like a button front. Cool stripe pattern, looks really nice. It's an older one. I paid $4 for this, and I sold it for $22.49, so I'm happy about that. And I keep looking down at my little cheat sheet, so that's what I'm looking at. I have all the best offers on here. Paper Mario, this came out of, I bought 2 GameCube games for $1 a piece. They were sports games, but when I opened them up, there was a Paper Mario in one and a Um, there's another game that's worth like 15 bucks in there. So I sold Paper Mario, that $1 game, for 30 bucks. So sometimes it's worth looking in video games just to see if there's something else there. So pretty good there. Happy 30 bucks for $1. Masterpiece art auction game. I always pick this game up. It was 2 bucks. It sold for 36. It ships for about 10. That's pretty good money. So I probably walked away with what, 17 bucks, maybe 18 bucks. So I'm happy about that. Army Men Sarge Heroes, not the greatest sale, but $11.69 for a Nintendo 64 cartridge. I paid 2 bucks, I think, for that. Garmin Colorado, I paid 20 bucks on Facebook. I thought I could get more like 85. It just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. Put it on sale, sold for 72. Still good money. I think I probably make 30 something bucks, almost pushing 40. And it shipped in a padded flat rate. Oh, my dog's over here. She went to sleep finally. This was a $10 Disney Mickey Mouse, kind of varsity style jacket, size small, which is not the greatest size, and it did have some kind of fading on it, like just to the color a little bit. Paid 10 at Goodwill, sold it for a best offer of 36. It was going to California though, so I knew the shipping was like 7 bucks. So I think I probably made 14 on it, something like that, 13 or 14 bucks. Not great. If it was a bigger size, I probably could have got the full 45, but it was a size small, and it was going to California. That's why I took a better, lower price. Pikmin game, paid 5 bucks for this Pikmin game. Went to an OfferUp deal to buy some Jag DVDs, this series called Jag. Asked if he had any video games. He had this and the Final Fantasy one or something like that. And he said, I bought the Final Fantasy one for like 5 bucks, and then he wanted this 5 for this one too. I sold that for 20, so that was pretty cool. Pikmin does pretty well. Here is a Guitar Hero thing. This came out of a little box of Game Boy stuff I bought. A lady sold me everything for, I think, 5 bucks for a whole box of games, or a little bag of games. In there was this Red Octane, which when I looked at it, I saw, and I was like, I'll buy it just for that, because I knew it was worth 17. And then I pulled out all the Game Boy games. I think I kept a couple to sell individually for like 10, and the rest will go for, in a big lot, hopefully get 20 or so. So that's pretty cool. Disney Storybook Ornament Set, 5 bucks. Had a lot of damage here, but it was like brand new inside. This one took a best offer of, what did I pay? Oh, there it is, Lilo, 50 bucks. 50 bucks. This one was a little bit rare. I also have Finding Nemo. It's not as rare as the Lilo one, I think, but I paid 5 each. This one sold for 50, and I think it shipped for like 12 bucks, so I was happy with that. Here is a Cuisinart coffee bean hopper replacement piece. I paid 6 bucks for one of these, the whole unit. I think it left me with 3 parts. I sold this one for $20.69. Shipped first class. Paid 3 bucks for this Personal Power Anthony Robbins set. Sold that for 20. Anthony Robbins stuff does pretty well. You want usually the CD or DVD ones, not the cassettes or videos. This was awesome. Paid 40 bucks for this with another little bundle of anime or manga, whatever you call it, books. And this actually paid off. The lady actually called me and told me she had more books for me. They were some value tales that I saw them at her house, and I asked if they were for sale, and she said no. But she found a couple and gave me about 10 of them that she had duplicates of. I went and picked them back up this week, so that was awesome. But sold these on a best offer. The person came out with a really good offer of 130 bucks, which I thought was more than fair. Shipped those out. I did ship them. Actually, priority or FedEx Smart Post. They were going to Arizona, and I think it was only like 18 bucks to ship them. Because it was such a high price, I didn't, and I've had some negative experiences with larger media mail boxes. If I make enough money, I'll ship them out for a little bit of like Smart Post price, because I just guarantee they're going to get there a little better with thin media mail. So happy about that. I probably walked away with, I don't know, 60 bucks, something like that. So that was cool. Plus I still have a lot of books, and it generated another set of books to sell. So these were awesome. Paid 25 bucks for these men's Fry square toe boots. The guy used to have a shoe store, I guess. These were ones that I guess he wore, that he got from the store, and he wore them a couple times. They had some scuffs and scratches, but he didn't wear them much. The insides were pretty good. I paid 25 and sold them for 103.49, and I got good feedback. So Fry is a really good brand. Look out for it. Some of their boots can go for really good money. Aerosmith 9 Lives Tour shirt. This one had some holes near the seam and a hole under, kind of on one of the sleeves. Still sold it for $26.09, paid 50 cents. Harley Davidson vest. This one sold for $42.50 on a best offer. I think I paid 15 for this on OfferUp. I think I bought 2 Harley things for either 30 bucks or 35 bucks. I don't remember. I think it was 15 each. And this one sold for $42.50. Happy about that. Some Disney Star Wars shoes. These ones sold best offer 35. I had them at 40 anyway, so a great offer at 35, and I paid 5 bucks for those. Another little Hamilton disc here. Well, not another one, but one of the little food processor parts, sold that for 13. We have a Dez Bryant jersey, paid 10, so it's for 30. He's not even on the team anymore, but sold that for 35, so that was cool. Craftsman, I love these Chargers. Picked up one this weekend. This one sold for 23 bucks, so it goes in a padded flat rate. Resident Evil Survivor PS1 game. This one sold for $17. It came out of a big PS1. They were in one of those little zip sleeve cases where there's a bunch of games in there. Paid 10 bucks, sold that for 17, and I've already sold a bunch of other games from there. This was awesome, a 5-finger death punch hoodie. I sold the jersey last month for 65 or something. I think I paid 30 for everything, and I have a pair of pants. The guy said that they were given to him by the band. He worked as like a manager for the band. That's what the lady said. Couldn't really verify it, but this is a really cool hoodie. Again, I had about, let's say, 15 invested in it because the pants I don't know if they're going to sell. I took a best offer though of 75. The person sent me some messages, said he's really interested, a big collector of them. I felt like 75 was fair. Happy to get rid of it. LL Bean, New Zealand. This is like a nice wool vest here. This one sold full price, 35 bucks. I want to say I paid 4 or 5 bucks. So I was happy about that. And lastly, I think this is the last sale. These are Lakeshore. I paid, they're like math, addition, and multiplication. Like you push the little button down and it shows you what the answer is. Or you push it actually up and it pops up and it says the answer on it. These are great for learning. I've sold these so many times. These ones were 50 cents each at a garage sale. I bought them at the same sale I got that GameCube Paper Mario game. And so I paid $1.50. I may have rounded it to 2. I think I gave her a little extra money, but these sold pretty quickly for $47. If you had the Division one, you probably could have got 65, which is pretty cool for those. So look out for these. They're little squares you can like push down and the thing pops up. Even if you just had like usually you need more than one to make decent money for it to be worth it, but if you can get a couple of them, even 2 of them, you can sell them for like 35, and if you paid $1 or so, you can make some money. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Just to give you a quick update if you were wondering, on the new video I put out, the weekend wrap-up one. I hope you guys like that. It's going to be something new that I think I'm going to try to do just to show people the sales from the weekend. It's going to be usually a quick, hopefully 5-minute or less video. I will try to this time say if I took an offer on it, and because I didn't do that last time and some people were curious about the prices, so I'll try to do that. Hope you enjoy those. It'll always be pretty quick. Who knows how much stuff will sell. I'm still going to do these sales update ones. That's the plan, at least as long as they stay motivated, because I like to have the full month there for the people who want it. But those other ones will be for people who don't want to sit maybe through the whole thing. They can at least see some of the sales from a 3-day period and watch it pretty quickly. So hope you guys enjoy and have a great day.